The last thing we have to do to complete our essential angle skills is to be able to draw angles at a specific angle. So we're going to be using our protractor to draw a given angle. And again, I'm going to walk you through the steps sort of like I did with measuring, and then I'll show you how it works. So the first thing you do is you just start by drawing one of the lines that's forming the angle, and then you're going to set the protractor up at that. And you have to decide that one end of that line is going to be the vertex. And so you're going to set up your protractor with the T at that vertex. And then what we'll do is we'll read up the scale starting from 0 to the appropriate point and make a dot at that point, connect the vertex to that dot, and we'll have our angle, or we'll have our lines at the right angle. So let's go through an example. We're going to draw a 35-degree angle. So the first thing you want to do is you should have a ruler, or you can just use the edge of the protractor, which should be straight. And you're going to pick a point to be your vertex. I've done that here. And you're going to draw a line straight out to the right, or to the left, either side actually, to be your first line in the angle. And then what you're going to do is you're going to move your protractor to that vertex, and you can see that I'm lining up 0 degrees with that line. So here's the start of my angle right here, and then I'm going to read upwards to 35 degrees. So here's my 30 degree, and here's my 35 degree point on the protractor. So what you're going to do is you're going to make a little mark right above your protractor, because your protractor is going to be blocking a lot of the page. So you just make a little mark right above the protractor, and then you throw your protractor across the room because you don't need it anymore. And you can use a ruler or go pick up your protractor and use the straight edge of that to connect the vertex with that little dot you made. And mine's not perfect, but it's pretty close. And so we could say that that's a 35-degree angle. Again, my lines are all wobbly. I can't use a ruler on the screen very well, but you can use a ruler in real life a lot easier. So now we're going to do one more example for an obtuse angle. So this is a 112-degree angle. And I'm also going to show you what it's like if you were to start your line off to the left instead of the right. So let me try to get a pretty straight line out there to the left. And then I'm going to move the protractor. There we go. So that the center of the protractor is at the vertex, which is, we don't have the other line yet, but we've decided it's going to be at that point. And so you can see this line is pretty close to 0. Again, if you used a ruler, it'd be really a lot better. And the 0 is on the outside of the scale. So now we're reading up the outside of the scale, and we're going to read all the way around to 112. So here's 110, and here's 120. So we're just past 110, and we're 2 little ticks past 110. So I make my little mark right above the protractor, chuck my protractor across the room again, and now I'm ready to connect these two lines, or sorry, connect those two dots with a line, and that completes the angle. So this angle here is 112 degrees.